Alright guys, back by popular demand. Another piece control tutorial here. Alright, so hopefully you guys can stop getting pissed on as much and, up your game. Enjoy. Alright, so we're going to let this clip kind of just play out a little bit, and then from there we're going to talk about what happened. So let's go. All right, so basically, let's kind of explain something real quick. All right, good on this person. Okay, this person hit me with the cone above me. I had the stair and the wall right here, so we kind of like blocked each other off, right? So, like I said previously in my other videos, right, what you want to do with your piece control is basically part of piece control is making your opponent uncomfortable, right? Like in any sense of the matter. Okay, so I'm gonna put a wall in front of his face. He's gonna put a cone on top of my dome. All right, and we're gonna carry on. So I go right here, and as I go right here, I put a cone below me. All right, always make sure you have a cone in your box that's your cone. Okay, that's so important. People always mess that up, and I always look for those to exploit them, because then I'm shoving in a ramp or a cone into their box and basically having a piece in there that I can control. Okay, but anyway, so I go for a window edit here, and as I go for a window edit here, I'm gonna slow it down, and I'm gonna go real slow. I mean, this is as slow as it gets. My other media player fucking trash, so I have to use this one for now until I find something better. But anyways, the point of this was to get the walls around him and the cone above him, and I would have, a box. Okay, that way I can kind of control the narrative going on in this altercation here. But my cone doesn't place, as you see, and watch what I do. Alright, so rewind that just a little bit. It was kind of weird. But, alright, so you see what I'm doing here? I understand that he has the cone and floor above me. That's what this player ended up doing. He went above me. I went for a cone placement. It didn't place, which is fine. Your piece isn't always going to place here, okay? But I have a right-hand peek. Why not go for the shot, okay? The cone is in my box. If he double edits on top of me, I can edit the cone and block off his shot, and then go around and above. All these other things you can do, but at least go and take the shot. More than anything, that's the most important thing you can do, is take that shot. So obviously I missed the shot. I look, this isn't my cone, and he places a floor as well. And so what am I doing? I'm holding my pump out. I am pump sitting right now, okay? I'm trying to trade with him right here. I am at a slight disadvantage in this position. All right, so I'm looking. My VLC's freaking out, but work with me, chat. Anyway, so I'm looking. I know he's above me. I didn't even know until I got this ramp placed that he was already like 2 layers up right here. So I look immediately. I see him right here. So I go for, again, the shot. The most important thing you can do is get the shot off first and then the piece. All right, that's like the perfect scenarios, when you get the shot off and then the piece, and I'll show you. All right, beautiful, right? I have a full piece on him. What did I do? Okay, so we're gonna rewind this a little bit. It's gonna freak out. All right, but I'm gonna slowly go through it, and hopefully this thing doesn't freak out crazy. Shot off, cone above, edit, boom, cone, boxed. Get the shot off, boys. And then that's how you clean it up, okay? That was literally a perfect scenario of events that would happen. Okay, in this clip, we're going to discuss when you're in a bad situation, okay? And the opponent is making those edits that are opening up shots for him, and how to kind of recover and basically parry into you being successful in this scenario, or a scenario that's very similar to this. And let's go. We'll play full motion. All right, so you kind of saw what happened here. All right, I was just kind of, double editing it up. Basically, I was already weak, 49 HP, and so we'll get to this point of the video. All right, so here, okay, all right. In this moment, all right, I have the floor, the cone that I am currently editing. I have the wall in front of me for sure. I thought I put it was my cone, or at least my floor above me. And when he edited his cone, I was like, all right, that's my floor at least. Like, cool. I can do like, a high cal classic, or I can do, whatever. Or I can go out the side. I have options, right? So when I edited this cone, or reset this cone, right, I was like, oh, that's definitely not my floor. So what did I do? We're gonna go slow motion here, and I'm gonna run it through you. What the? Okay. Anyways, we're gonna go slow motion here, and I'm gonna run it through you. Okay. So we're gonna go as slow as we possibly can. All right. You're gonna see me edit the cone, and that's creating space between my opponent and myself. And you see me then drag cones over to trap my opponent, create an edit, or edit a piece of my wall, and then create a right hand peek off of that. So he gets initial damage. I'm 5 HP. Drag the cones over. Boom. I have this whole piece is mine. He's in the air at this moment. Okay? And look at this beautiful right hand angle I got on him. He has no idea what the fuck just happened. Okay? Zero idea. He's in the air, which is perfect scenario. All you have to do now is make sure you hit the shot. And I hit the shot. So it was pretty clean cut and dry in this moment. So basically all I did was, we'll rewind it a little bit more. Okay, so all I did was I edited the cone so I can create that space. This individual went down into that box, which he shouldn't have, but we're gonna take everything that's given to us, right? And we're gonna try and make the best out of it. So as he went into my box, I ended up placing these walls to further create space from us. And that way, the more walls and real estate you have, the more you get to kind of play with at the same time. All right. It's all about creating distance, or managing distance and angles to your advantage in these altercations here. So I'll play it. I drag the cones, right? So boom. Oh, I'm sorry. So this was his cone. The box was under him. So he jumped into that box, and I think he came back up, reset the cone. And I did a very big edit right here. I wanted a lot to be exposed. You got to kind of measure your opponents at times. All right. Sometimes window edits or like peanut butter edits don't always work, because it creates a smaller hole for you to trade with your opponent. But when you do a wide or a big edit, it kind of throws your opponents off, because it's more for them to kind of look at and figure out where you're at, particularly on an angle. So I create this big edit, and I put a cone in there, right? I want that to be my cone. That way I get to control the narrative in this altercation. All right, so I put the cone there. He wanted to put a ramp there, by the way. This is his ramp. This is his ramp, and you'll see his floor being placed off this cone. Okay? This is his ramp, and then a floor will be placed over this cone. But it doesn't matter. I already created the perfect right hand peek for this. Alright? I'm 5 HP, by the way. These are moves that you can use These are tools that you can put in your toolbox for when you're probably down in a fight. Okay, so you go ahead and create that right hand peek and hit your shot. All right, and send them back. Send them back. On to the next one. All right, we're gonna talk about high walls and ramps on this one. All right, this player in particular like to kind of be very elevated in a fight, which is fine, but can be kind of annoying. So this is how you're gonna kind of use high walls and ramps to kind of gain at least elevated position above a player, so you can you know, force the attack, I guess you could say, or force the issue. So, oh, sorry, we're gonna rewind it. Oh, we're gonna go all the way back here. All right, so I'm gonna let this play out and then we'll talk about it. All right, so it played out, and you're going to use a little bit of IQ and a little bit of prediction in order to kind of catch your opponent off guard in this. But the main thing I wanted to talk about were the high walls and the ramps I used to get elevated above my opponent, right? And kind of like force him to kind of make a move in a sense, right? Because it's kind of frustrating sometimes going against an opponent that kind of knows how to protect themselves, you know, well. It really is. It's frustrating when you can go against an opponent that knows how to protect their angles very well. So in this, right, you see me just kind of looking up, right, and I'm like, this dude is going up, right? He's one, now he's about to be 2 layers above me, so I need to kind of figure out my next move. So I make a shot, right? Sorry for the pixelation. It'll get better. Give it a sec. This VLC is kind of dog shit. But anyways, so I go for a quick shot. Always go for the shot. Guys, I can't stress this enough. You guys don't take enough shots, all right? Like if you, like that, the quote is like, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. At least take the shot, even if you miss it. So right now I'm kind of getting situated. I'm looking at his builds, right? I'm making sure I'm covered, and then I'm going up, right? So I'm like, all right, so this kid wants to go up. All right, you saw that high wall I did here. It was supposed to be right here too, but it's fine. It's not here. I recovered from this, okay? Throwing up a high wall as well really throws off your opponents. It's hard to kind of if you're not really like experienced, it's very hard, and you have to be very experienced in a sense, but it's very hard to kind of get past a high wall to get a good angle on an individual. But so for the most part, when you throw up a high wall, it really like it really forces your opponent to move or act a certain way, because then even though you're not on this layer, it makes them feel like you're on this layer in a sense, and you're you know, moving, right? So then what I do is I jump on a ramp and I throw 2 ramps over this way, okay? And what that's doing is, because I know my opponent is on this other side of my walls here, okay? So what that's doing is kind of blocking his position of elevation to get a shot on me. And so it allows me to gain an advantage and, you know, make proper moves in order to get the win. So you see this? Boom. Now he's running to the side here. Okay, I'm following my visual effect here. Okay, I'm always kind of looking at it. Let's go ahead and slow this down. All right, and in here, okay, it's all about predictability. You see how I followed my visual marker right here, my visual effect, my marker right here? I understand that, and I can hear him at the same time, right? So I understand that he is at least moving in this direction. Why not create a cheeky angle or a cheeky edit for an angle to knock out or to win or eliminate my opponent? You know what I'm saying? At least go for it. And then this you know, this moment here, it worked out perfectly. He had no idea what was going on until it was already over. His builds were out and he was fully exposed, and I got the shot off and I won. Mind you, I'm weak. Again, I am weak, but I'm using my piece control to throw my opponent off, to make my opponent uncomfortable, and to come out, you know, victorious in these scenarios here. We'll rewind it one more time in slow motion here. And that's it. You know, it's beautiful how everything kind of fell into place right there. On to the next one. All right, this is gonna be the last one of the video here. Okay, and I'm obviously again right, play it full motion, and then we'll talk about it. Boom, got the elimination right there. All right, so we're gonna bring it back here, right, or right about here. And so, you know, we're starting off this PG, just doing a quick little triple edit. Immediately, the first thing I'm doing is I see this ramp go above me. I'm putting a cone and a wall here. Okay, I'm just not gonna let this dude put a you know, a ramp above me and me not have any control in this scenario. So I'm immediately putting a cone and a wall here, right? So I know he's right on the other side of this wall. I didn't quite see him, but I'm pretty sure I heard him. He's right on this other side of the wall. Okay? Now, me putting a wall right there and a cone above him makes my opponent uncomfortable. Alright? So I see the visual marker. All I'm doing right now is I'm focused on getting this wall, getting, you know, a floor cone, a wall right here, and, you know, going for some type of piece control. Boom. So all right, we need to rewind this a little bit because this has to be slow motion. I want you to see how fast I'm able to swing my cone above him and get the wall there and edit and shoot, okay? It happens very fast, but in moments like this, like it's definitely possible. It's not. I'm on controller, guys. It's not like I'm some super human by any means. Any one of you guys can do this. All right. It's all about having the creativity and the knowledge that it can be done at, you know, a certain speed or moment or whatever. You guys can do this same exact thing. Trust me. So I'm swinging. I immediately get the wall and the cone, right? I'm looking for some type of piece. Boom, I edit. Watch this. I put the cone above him. You saw that? Guys, you gotta, here's the thing. All right, look. Let me tell you guys something, okay? Reach for it. Reach for the cone. The cone, you can place cones so far away from you and people don't realize it. You gotta be able to just get the angle just right. You can literally reach for those cones. All I'm asking or I'm saying is reach for the cones, okay? Right here, you're gonna see me literally reach for this cone. I see him, cone, boom, double edit, and I trade with the 50-50. Okay, obviously trading with the 50-50 wasn't always gonna be the smartest play, but when you know he's weak and you're very confident in your ability, go ahead and do it. You know what I mean? I'm not telling you not to do it, but I could have done something differently, but we're talking about the cone placement more than anything. Okay, one more time, you're gonna see one more time actually from right here. Cone above him, edit, good shot, get the piece. He tried to jump, didn't work. Reach for that cone, create the wall. If you look right here, right, I also placed a wall. Oh shit. Alright, we're gonna go for it one more time. One sec. right? If you look right here, I go for the cone and then the wall, okay? I coned him and then created space between my opponent and myself. Put the wall there in front, alright? Land on my floor and go above. Put the floor under the cone that I placed above him, okay? Create the double edit and win the 50-50. All right, and yeah, so that's all I got for today's video.